season begins today on Cityline. We've got everything you're going to need to know to have the best looking yard on the block. They're all going to be jealous, your neighbors, no matter what your square footage may be. So we're starting right in the balcony. Please welcome lifestyle expert Shoana Jensen. How are you? Give me a hug and your flowers.
It's flower season.
Really nice, and it is. 'Tis the season to bloom.
Yes.
We want to get outside, and there are so many people living in high-rises, apartments, condos. They don't have a ton of space, but they have a balcony.
Yeah.
Use the balcony.
100% use a balcony. It's interesting when you go drive around urban areas, you obviously can see them all, and you see all these empty spaces, and you're like, there's so much potential for outdoor living there.
Yes.
So I think people, for a couple of reasons, don't do it. One, they don't really kind of know where to start. It's a small, oddly shaped space.
Yeah.
And if they're renting, they may not want to buy pieces for that in case they move on. But we're going to solve both those problems right here.
Okay.
Okay, so picture that. I've got it set up almost like one of those really long, narrow balconies. But if you don't have that kind of balcony, picture these as two individual ones. You can still pull these tips from that.
That's right. No matter what the depth is. If the depth is only this long,
Yep.
then you just put the flooring this big.
Exactly.
But do something with the space.
Yeah. Okay, so this one clearly is a little dining setup. So not every balcony has room for a big patio set. So this is a little two-top, which is really convenient to have your dinners for two, or to have your coffee in the morning, or what have you. You want a comfy little chair. But when it comes to, think of convertible furniture in a sense. This table actually has another side, and they go up and down, so it can turn into a four-top table, okay?
Oh, nice.
On the other side. So if you had two more people to join you, or one other person to join you, you can pull it out, and for that evening or for that afternoon, you can make it into a four-top.
Okay.
You don't always want all those chairs around because it makes it cumbersome. So put a couple of hooks on your wall, and you can hang those extra chairs up on the hooks so they're tucked away out of the space.
Yes.
Then if you graduate to a larger space, or from an apartment to a home, you then have a set that is a four-top table, so it can fit into whatever your new space is, whether it be a small balcony, big balcony, or outdoor, actually backyard.
And it looks so good too, and it's lightweight. So, which is, I mean, it's not going to blow away,
Right.
but it's light enough that you can sort of pick those chairs up and take them down, which is nice.
Definitely, and the foldable. I mean, this is the kind of thing you can keep for a long, long time. Let's say you got new patio furniture down the road. You keep these chairs for like dinner parties in your house.
Right.
To pop them out when you have big, large groups.
Totally.
This is the type of furniture that will serve you well for many years to come. And all of this stuff came from IKEA, so it's also a really great price point.
Really affordable. Let's talk about these floors, because I feel like this makes the most stunning difference.
It does. So the floors on balconies generally are just plain concrete, of course. And if you're a renter, you can't paint it, or you can't do anything permanent. These are actually squares and cubes that click together to make this kind of parquet type flooring, and it just gives that finishing touch to it, but it also makes it nicer on the feet.
Yes.
When you're walking on it. And on that note, if you come over here to the living room, these grass squares are the same thing. They're just these little click and connect pieces of flooring, as you can see. And so you just buy as many packs as you need for the size of your balcony.
Let's give them a shot of the back again, so you can see how
they click together.
So that's on the underside.
Yeah, and these are IKEA too. And I love that they did the grass this year, because that makes it so great. And so if this was one long balcony, you can see I did it half and half. So in your dining area, if you were to have a little barbecue, if you're allowed to have one, you'd put the barbecue over on the wood side, for example. And then when your seating area, in your lounge area, you've got the grass, so it's nice on your feet, and it gives that, again, nice dimension to it. And then, so when it comes to your living room furniture, or your lounging furniture, this is actually a set that's all in pieces. So again, you're thinking for flexible furniture, these are actually just two, in a sense, almost chairs, really. Put them together to make a love seat. You can make it into a sectional. You can design whatever size you want.
Yes.
But again, you can make it fit into your place. If you only had room for these two, you can separate them and make them, two conversation chairs. You want to canoodle over a glass of wine, you pop them together and look at the view.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want, but those also go to wherever your next home or backyard or outdoor space can be.
Yes.
So it's great, and you can get the neutral cushions. They're all outdoor cushions, and then just add a little pop of color to match.
And you can
whatever
take
you
your
want it to be.
indoor stuff and bring it out as well if it's your balcony. This is the piece that stands out to me the most.
I totally agree.
It's an umbrella, but this has specially been modified for just a small space.
It is. It's a small space because it's a half of umbrella. It fits flush against the wall, and so does the base itself. It's a half moon. So on those balconies, big, huge square umbrellas don't fit because you don't even have they're big, wider than your actual balcony is sometimes. Or if you have a spot, and even in your house where it's against the wall where you get so much sun,
yeah,
you can do this half umbrella and move it around as you need, twist and turn it, etc. So I thought that was brilliant that they did. And then just because you have a balcony doesn't mean you can't do a little urban farming. You know, you can have a little setup like this. It gives you extra seating if you've got more guests. Like, look at all the people in a long, narrow balcony you could have here. You can really entertain on them. And you can do your little herb garden, or you can do whatever you want just to kind of feel like you're getting your hands dirty, literally.
Yes.
But also just have some fun and enjoy that summertime outdoors.
This is definitely a party, and that's my kind of herb garden because they're all fake.